Weeks have passed, and a series of inexplicable murders continues to unfold. The police have virtually no leads on the killer. One young victim who miraculously survived bravely recounted this story. "I had a nightmare and woke up at midnight," the boy said. "I saw the window was open even though I was sure I'd closed it before going to bed. He got up to shut it, then picked up a book to try to get sleepy again. That was when he felt something strange, like someone was watching him. He looked up and nearly jumped out of bed. In the faint light filtering through the curtain was a pair of eyes, but not like normal eyes. They were completely pitch black, terrifying, without any whites, simply unspeakably frightening. Then he saw its mouth, horribly long. The man's smile gave him goosebumps. He just stood there, staring. After a long time, he whispered something. The boy didn't understand, just thought he was insane. There was more that night. A boy named Henry came face to face with a strange man. The man whispered, "Go to sleep." Henry screamed in terror. The man pulled out a knife, thrusting toward the boy's heart, then leapt onto Henry's bed. Henry screamed and fought back with all his might. The killer didn't let up until Mr. Wenger, Henry's father, burst in. The intruder instantly shifted targets, pressing the knife to Mr. Wenger's throat. If the police hadn't intervened in time, Mr. Wenger might have been killed. A neighbor, hearing Henry's desperate cries, quickly called the police. The patrol car arrived fast, pulling up beneath the window and blocking the escape route. The man turned and fled the room. The boy heard dishes shatter and watched the man's shadow fade away. "I'll never forget those wretched black eyes and that deranged smile. Maybe it will haunt me forever," Henry confided. "The police are still searching for this man, and if you see anyone matching the description above, report it to the nearest police station." Jeff and his family moved to a new home after his father got a promotion. They thought a more suitable place would be better. Jeff and his older brother Lou had no complaints. The new place was far better than the old one. Who knew what awaited them? A pretty neighbor approached. "Hello, I'm Barbara. I live nearby. I came to say hi. And this is my son." She turned and called, "Billy, these are our new neighbors." Billy said hello and ran back to his play area. Jeff's mother said, "I'm Margaret, and this is my husband Peter, and our two sons, Jeff and Liu." After that, Barbara invited the family to Billy's birthday party. Jeff and Lou didn't seem interested, but Margaret said their neighbor was very kind and the family would attend. After they finished unpacking, Jeff followed his mother upstairs. "Mum, why do we have to go to the party? We're not little kids." "Jeff, we just moved in. I want us to spend time getting to know the neighbors. We're going now." "End of discussion. Okay," Jeff muttered, tinkering with music, but falling silent. He knew that once his mother decided, no one could change it. He went back to his room, dropped onto the bed, and stared at the ceiling. Suddenly he felt something strange, a light pain but different. He thought it was just a headache. He heard his mother call him down to get his suitcase. The next morning, Jeff went downstairs for breakfast and got ready for school. While eating, the pain hit again, this time worse. Jeff didn't pay it much mind. He and Lou finished, headed to the bus stop, and sat to wait. Out of nowhere, a kid on a skateboard flew right past their faces, barely an inch away. He looked around 12 or 13, wearing a shirt and blue jeans. "Looks like I've got fresh prey." Suddenly 2 other kids appeared, a skinny one, Keith, and a chubby one, Troy. The skater said, "Yeah, I wanted to say hello. That over there is Keith. And that's Troy." Jeff and Lou looked. Keith's face was gaunt. Troy looked like a walking ball, more rolling than walking. And I'm Randy. Now all the kids around here pay a fee if they want to ride the bus. You two as well. Lesu shot to his feet, ready to punch the rude brat. Keith flicked open a switchblade. Shh, I was hoping you'd cooperate, otherwise we do this the hard way. Randy stepped up to fish Liu's wallet from his pocket. Suddenly that feeling surged inside Jeff, stronger now, searing hot. He stood, ignoring Liu's signal to sit, and strode forward. Listen up, brats. Give my brother's wallet back or get a beating. Randy stuffed the wallet into his pocket and pulled another knife. Oh,
and what are you gonna do? Before he finished, Jeff smashed a punch into his face. Blood burst from Randy's nose. Jeff seized his wrist and snapped it. Randy shrieked. Jeff ripped the knife free. Troy and Keith rushed in, but Jeff was too fast. He slammed Randy to the ground.
Keith lunged with his blade. Jeff ducked and drove a fist into his arm, making him drop the knife. Troy, from behind, yanked out another knife and stabbed, but Jeff didn't even need a blade. He drove his fist into Troy's gut, hurling him backward. Jeff was far too strong, even if only a year or two older. Liu watched, stunned, unable to intervene. Jeff, what's happening? Seeing the bus approach and knowing they'd be blamed for everything, they ran. Looking back, they saw the driver rushing the kids to the hospital. Jeff and Liu reached school and told no one, just sat and listened. Liu assumed Jeff had just fought one kid. But Jeff knew it was more. It was something frightening. Whenever that feeling came, he felt powerful. He didn't know where it came from, but he was glad it did. Jeff began to change, keeping his distance from everyone. He even walked home instead of taking the bus, and felt happy about it. When he got home, his parents asked how his day was. Jeff answered with a slightly unsettling tone. Great. The next morning, there was a knock at the door. 2 police officers stood outside. His mother shot Jeff an angry look. Jeff, the officers say you attacked 3 kids and that they were stabbed. What did you do? Mum, they're the ones who stabbed me and Liu, one officer said. We found 3 boys, 2 stabbed, 1 with a bruised belly. Witnesses saw you running away. Do you have anything to say? Jeff knew it wasn't true. He and Liu had been attacked, but there was no proof. They couldn't admit they ran because they were scared. Jeff couldn't defend himself. Jeff, call your brother down here. Jeff didn't, then said, Sir, it was me. I attacked them. Liu tried to hold me back, but couldn't. The officers looked at Jeff and nodded. Wait, Liu called from the stairs, holding a knife. The officers drew their guns and restrained him. It was me.
I stabbed them. I have proof. He rolled up his sleeve, showing cuts and bruises as if he'd fought. All right, put the knife down, an officer said. Liu dropped it, clasped his hands behind his head, and stepped forward. It wasn't Liu, it was me, Jeff cried. Don't! He's just trying to protect me. But the police led Liu to the squad car. Jeff's mother put a hand on his shoulder. Jeff, stop lying. We know it was Liu. That's enough. Jeff watched the car drive away, helpless. A few minutes later, his father returned, unaware.
Margaret knelt by the door. Jeff stood in silence. What happened? His father asked. Jeff didn't answer. Margaret explained everything. An hour later, both parents sat in shock in the living room. Jeff couldn't accept that everyone thought so poorly of Liu when the real culprit was himself. He went upstairs and tried to sleep, to escape his guilt. 2 days passed with no news about Liu. Jeff stayed in bed, guilt his only companion. Until Saturday, when his mother, cheerful, said, Jeff, wake up, it's the day. Billy's birthday, remember?
Our neighbor. Mum, why do I have to go to a kid's party? These past days have been awful. You need a little fun to clear your head. No arguing. Get dressed. We're going to Barbara's. Reluctantly, Jeff changed. Downstairs, his parents were dressed to the nines, like for a royal affair.
Ridiculous, he thought. Those outfits don't fit a children's party. Jeff, put on something nicer. Mum, those outfits are clownish. I'm not wearing them. It's the only way to make a good impression. Enough talk. Change. As always, Jeff couldn't sway his mother. He chose a plain white shirt, the least gaudy he could find. Hurry, Jeff, we'll be late. The family crossed the street to Barbara's. She was waiting with other guests, all dressed as formally as Jeff's parents. The kids are in the yard, she said. Jeff, go play with them. Jeff complied. The kids were in cowboy outfits playing with toy guns. At first, Jeff wasn't interested, but he soon joined in. It had been so long since he'd had this much fun, and his mind drifted to Lou. A strange noise rang out. A stone struck Jeff's face. Randy, Troy, and Keith vaulted the fence on their skateboards. Jeff set down the toy gun and told the kids to stand behind him. Randy eyed him with hatred. Hello, Jeff. You and I still have unfinished business. Jeff touched his nose and felt blood. Fine. Because of you, my brother's in custody. Randy sneered. Yeah, we lost last time. Today we win and smash your face. Randy lunged, grabbing Jeff's shoulders. Jeff hammered his face with punches. Randy rammed his head into Jeff's chest. Jeff flung Randy aside. Just then, adults rushed out. Troy and Keith pulled out guns. They're too young to own guns, they must have stolen them, someone muttered. Everyone will be quiet or someone gets shot, Randy yelled, drawing a knife and plunging it into Jeff's shoulder. Jeff dropped to his knees, groaning. Randy started kicking his face. After 3 kicks, Jeff caught his leg, twisted, and sent Randy crashing down. Jeff stood and backed toward the door. Troy grabbed him, not letting him escape. Jeff's face suddenly turned cold. What do you want? He hoisted Troy with one hand and hurled him over the fence. Randy staggered up and kicked Jeff's belly repeatedly, throwing him into the house, shattering the glass door, rolling him into the kitchen. Randy snatched a whiskey bottle from the table, smashed it over Jeff's head, then tossed Jeff back into the living room. Come on, Jeff. Look at me. Jeff glanced up, his face soaked in blood. I'm the reason your brother got arrested, and now you're just gonna sit there and let him die in there. Get up, fight. Jeff finally stood, his face smeared with blood and vodka. The strange feeling returned, exploding, like the time he almost killed them. When it came, something inside Jeff awakened, reason shattered. His mind held only one thought: kill. He grabbed Randy and slammed his head down like pounding a steak, then hoisted him and drove a fist straight into his chest. Randy panted for breath. Jeff yanked him up again and hammered his face like a mallet. Blood gushed until Randy's heart stopped. Randy was dead. Everyone gaped. Children screamed. Even Troy and Keith shook, though their guns were still aimed at Jeff. Jeff spotted Barbara's hunting gun stored under the stairs and sprinted for them. Troy and Keith fired wildly, but Jeff was gone. He ran upstairs. They advanced, shooting as they climbed. When the last round was fired, Jeff was hiding in the bathroom. He grabbed a towel to wrap the head wound. Troy and Keith ditched their guns and drew knives. The adults crept up behind them, threw a towel over Troy's head, and subdued him. Only Keith remained, faster than Troy. He dropped his knife, seized Jeff by the throat, and slammed him against the wall. An oil lamp fell from the altar. Flames erupted, engulfing them both. Jeff tore the towel free and smothered the flames on Keith, ignoring his own head wound. He smiled. Jeff.
What's so funny? Keith asked, flicking a lighter. Jeff's head reeked of vodka and oil. Keith tossed the lighter. Jeff ignited like a human torch, screaming in agony, stumbling and tumbling down the stairs. People shrieked as they saw him ablaze. He was about to die.
The last thing Jeff saw was his parents and the others trying to extinguish the flames. Jeff awoke to darkness, realizing his face was wrapped in bandages. He couldn't see, only feel the stitched wounds across his body. He tried to stand, tore out the IV, and staggered. A nurse rushed in, startled.
"I didn't think you could get up," she said, easing him back and reconnecting the tubes. Jeff sat there, blind and disoriented. At the end of visiting hours, he heard his mother's voice. "Sweetheart, are you okay?" Jeff couldn't answer. His face was bandaged. He couldn't speak.
"I have wonderful news. After witnesses told the police Randy confessed to being the aggressor, they released Liu. Your brother comes home tomorrow. You two will be together again." Margaret stroked him and said goodbye. Jeff remained in the hospital for weeks. On the day the bandages came off, the whole family gathered. "Let's hope for the best," the doctor said, removing the last layer. Margaret screamed. His father and Liu stared, stunned. "What is it? What's wrong with my face?" Jeff rushed to the bathroom. The mirror showed the source of their horror. His mouth burned red, wide and deep. His face, ghostly white. Hair, clumped into dark brown-black strands. Jeff raised a hand to his face. He could feel everything. He looked back at his family, then at the mirror again.
"Jeff," Liu said, "it's not that bad." "Not that bad," Jeff shouted. "You're right, it's perfect." The family stood aghast at his words. Jeff burst into manic laughter, his left eye and hand twitching. "Jeff, are you okay?" "I'm fine. I've never been happier. Look, this face is perfect for me." Jeff couldn't stop smiling, caressing his face, admiring himself in the mirror. What had done this to him? When Jeff fought Randy, something in his mind had splintered. Now he was nothing but a crazed killing machine, though his parents didn't know it.
He kept staring at the mirror, grinning madly. Perfect. Margaret came and handed him clothes, the same outfit from the fight, cleaned and stitched. She brought Jeff back to his room. They left, not knowing this would be the last day of their lives. That night, Margaret awoke to sobbing from the bathroom. She crept over and froze in horror. Jeff held a knife, carving a smile into his own cheeks. "Jeff, what are you doing?" "I can't keep smiling anymore, Mom. My mouth was injured, but now I can smile forever." Jeff's mother noticed his eyes had turned black. "Jeff, your eyes..." His eyes were wide, jet black, unblinking. "I'm tired of closing my eyes, so I cut my eyelids so I can always see my new face." She backed away, realizing her son had gone mad.
"Don't you think I'm beautiful?" Jeff hissed. "Yes, son. You're very beautiful," she stammered. She rushed into the bedroom, shook her husband awake, and reached for the gun in the drawer, then froze when she saw Jeff standing in the doorway, knife in hand.
"Mom, you lied." Those were the last words they ever heard. Jeff killed them both with the knife. Liu jolted awake at the noise but lay still, listening, then began to drift off again. Half asleep, he felt someone watching him. He opened his eyes. Jeff clamped a hand over his mouth, slowly raised the knife, and smiled with sinister delight. Liu thrashed helplessly. Jeff whispered, "Go to sleep." If you ever encounter Jeff or even shudder at the thought of his face, be careful, because tonight he might come for you. He hates those who fear his face. And go to sleep.